Hello there and welcome back to another drawing video. This one is my last one of the Vegeta versus Kid Buu. I have been dreading doing this one since I tried to sketch it many months ago because I knew it would be a very difficult one to pull off. Even when I first sketched it, it never came out how I wanted it to, and so I knew I would have to redraw it. Well, would like to have redrawn it, so I did. I redrew it. As you can see, quite a difference in change from the original to what what I'm working with now. The source material that I have used, if you've been watching any of my other videos, or if you're new to the channel, what I've been doing through this series is looking at the animation from Dragon Ball Z and sort of picking out my favorite fight scenes and just seeing if I can replicate them in a way, especially some of the scenes that are almost considered filler scenes, so they're not the most detailed and they are a challenge to replicate because it's like you're not copying. You need, if you're gonna like do what I've done and attempted to, you got to put detail in that's not there. Especially in this scene here. It seems probably about a couple of seconds long in the anime, and yeah, if you was to pause on that scene, you will notice very quickly that Vegeta in the scene has a very muddy looking face, so there's not much detail there to sort of work with, and thus I've had to do it myself. And hopefully with everything that all the other drawings I've been doing, I've been able to improve to the point where I can fill in those details. I feel like I did a good job, to be fair, especially with the new sketch. I'm really happy with it. I need to work on adding more detail into sort of clothing, but you know, baby steps. So I'm really happy with how Vegeta's face has turned out. I feel like I've got the expression right. Needless to say, that's probably about the only bonus to this drawing because things don't go according to plan, unfortunately. Now I'm over the moon with the sketch and the inking and the hatching. I still haven't figured out whether it is actually called hatching or not. Came out so good, so good that even my other half is just like, can I attempt to like redraw that digitally and blow it up and get it printed on a canvas? And I was like, oh, okay, if that's what you want to do, sure, I mean, go for it. I mean, even now I'm looking at it now, and yeah, I'm sort of really happy with it. I still got a long way to go before I'm anywhere as good as some of the people out there that have been drawing anime or Dragon Ball characters for years and years. Now I've only been like doing this really. I've been drawing Dragon Ball characters on and off since I discovered Dragon Ball back in early 2000. So I mean, I was doing pretty much what I've done now, but I just took I was looking at images online back then as a teenager and just seeing if I could blow them up, like enlarge their sizes. And I've not drifted too far from that, but now I'm taking animated scenes and trying to redraw them with like hopefully added detail in there, like trying to, you know, bring them, I don't want to say high def or not, which I guess in a sense it kind of is really, because like I said, the original Vegeta's face was very muddy. It was like just a splurge, but I guess in a sense when you try and add detail into it, you have up the resolution in some way or another. I'm not a quick learner, I'm not, but I do feel like I have learned a lot while doing this, not just with drawing the characters in the scenes, but also with working with alcohol markers and inking as well. Like I said a little while ago, really happy with how the hatching came out on this. I just wish I had been more careful on my line directions because they don't all go the same way. I tried, and I may have drifted off angle a little bit, but hey, it is what it is, isn't it? And I think the things take away from this is that there's room for improvement. Definitely a lot of room for improvement. But yeah, I enjoyed inking and redrawing the sketch variant of this. I've still got a long way to go. Definitely still got a long way to go. So with the hatching over, I obviously did another quick inking over the top. Didn't record that because you don't need to see me ink it again. But I'm just going in with the Ohuhus and just doing the two characters beforehand. And yeah, I mean, this was fun to do. I completely and utterly, spoiler, balls this up. Absolutely balls this up. So how did I balls this up? Well, the aura. I knew going into this, the aura was going to be a challenge, definitely, because all the materials I've got are markers. And everyone else that I've looked at who has done auras for DBZ, or Dragon Ball characters, so to say, they use mixed media, whether it's pencils, or what's the other one that I've seen? Pastels is another good one I've seen people have been blending with. So they use a mixture of it. So you can layer on top of the alcohol markers, but I don't got alcohol markers, and I tried. Tried very hard to try and make it work, and as disappointed as I am with the end result, I had fun doing it. I did, and it's made me think about how I would go about doing auras again with just alcohol markers. Oh, and that is a big question. That is a very, very big question. To anybody who's sort of thinking about doing auras with alcohol markers, you need a plan of action, because once your ink is down, that is it. There is no going back. I mean, you can try and do like a recovery from it, but when it comes to layering, you've got to really think about your layers on this, because this isn't like Photoshop or anything like that where you go, oh pants, I've done the wrong color here, or like that. You can just erase it or just delete the layer. This is, you know, your darker colors are gonna overpower your lighter ones, so you've got to make sure that your lighter colors go down first so that your darker colors can go on top. Can't do it the other way, unfortunately. And yeah, I tried. I very tried very hard, but yeah, nevertheless, you'll see the aura in just a moment. I think I start on it just after I finish inking Boo. Now that pink I used was the brush variant, so I think it's an R4, I think it is, might be, or is it RP4? Again, it's pretty much identical to the non-brush variant, or is it RV9 actually? I think it is. I think the number's the same, but it's just sort of like, what, it RV or RP9, like a red purple 9 shade. And I use it twice, once for a base layer and next to add some shadows to it. And yeah, it came out okay. I'm happy with it. It's a nice replacement from the other pinks that I've used up in the past. The skin tone that I used for Vegeta was the the elusive 25, 26, whatever it is, the one that's changed color drastically over the 6 months I've had these markers. That is nowhere near the same color as what it was when I first got it. But do you know what? It's not bad. It's not turned into a bad skin tone. So I'm gonna probably keep using it and then see how many different shades it's gonna turn. Definitely not 50 shades of grey, that's for sure. It's more like 50 shades of, let's go from pink to skin tone. So yeah, here comes the cock up. The aura. I like how I managed to pull it off. As you saw there, I was switching between two colors. I had two colors in my hand there, trying to get them to blend. I wanted to really soften the inner side to the closest parts to Vegeta, so it was more of a sort of a white buffer between himself and the aura. But yeah, I did take in consideration the background. I really wanted to add a background into this, but yeah, I cocked up. I cocked up. I put background color where there shouldn't have been any, and you'll see what I mean in just a moment once I finished with the highlights. here. These are some new gel pens that I got in a sale. I was on a art website a couple of weeks ago and just happened to notice that they were having a clearance sale, unfortunately. So I was able to pick up some, you know, some decent pens. I managed to pick up some Micron Pigma free set I've got here in my hand. I've got a 0.25 millimeter, a 0.45 millimeter, and a 0.5 millimeter marker pens. So I'd be interested to give those a go at some point. I've seen some people like really like them, so you know, I'm really eager to give those a go in my next lot of drawings. And I've got a small pack of white gel pens as well. Actually, those worked really nicely. I went a little bit mad on Vegeta's arm there with the highlights. I don't know what I was thinking. It makes the arm look really weird what I've done there, but hey, like I say, this is all learning lessons. This is still early days for me, so yeah, please don't be too harsh. So now I've finished with pretty much Vegeta and Boo. I didn't add any highlights to Boo because I didn't feel like I really needed them. You already had 3 shades on him, because most of the light from this scene is really coming from Vegeta and his aura, so he needs to be sort of have his highlights trying to emphasize. And yeah, this blue I thought was a great color for the sky, but then there it goes, there's that mistake. I'm like, I did it and like, oh cock it. Damn it, I didn't mind that bit between the legs. It's fine because it's not in the aura, but yeah, I don't know what I was thinking. I just saw white and figured, hey, background should be there, you'd see that through the aura, not really realizing I've only got markers to work with. And yeah, the only way really to do this would have been to try and get the sky blue around the aura as close to the aura as I could, or looking at it and thinking about it now would be to blend it into it. So like what I did with the inner aura between Vegeta's body and the aura is to blend that, which I did. Not quite as successful as I'd hoped it to have been, but I've not blended before really properly, so this is my first attempt at trying to blend. And yeah, I've still got a lot for blending. I've got a long way to go. That's for sure. Definitely got a long way to go, but like I say, as bad as this has turned out, it was fun. I've learned a lot doing this one. In fact, out of all the ones I've been doing over the course of this Vegeta vs Kid Buu series, this one has taught me a lot. I've taken a lot from it because there's a lot to this, and there's some things I did right in this, and there's some things that I didn't do right. And I think some of the things that I didn't do right was probably double check my colors. I feel like the background colors should have been a bit more pastel, so it knocked it back a bit, because at the moment the colors are very vibrant. very vibrant, and that background just sort of sticks out like a sore thumb essentially, which you don't want. And I need to be a bit more patient with myself in my healing. I'm not 100% on my wrist. I'm probably saying about 75%. I'm getting there, and yeah, I just need to have patience with myself. But you know, some of you artists out there will know what I'm talking about. When you want to draw, you just want to draw. Trying to stop you from not doing the stuff you want to do is you need a discipline. Either that or someone whacks you around the head. But hey ho, it is what it is, isn't it? At the end of the day, at least I can take things away from this. Whether you draw and it comes out not as expected, it's not a complete waste of time. This took me, for both of these, the inking, so the black and white hatching and the colouring of this, took me 4 hours in total. At 2 hours for each piece they took me. And like I say, as disappointed as I am with how this turned out, I've definitely taken a lot away from it, which I can then hopefully apply to other drawings at some point. And yeah, that's pretty much it really. I'm just staring at it now myself. I'm just like, that blue, that's like under Vegeta's arms and between his legs, and that little bit of blue just near his mouth, that needs to go. That needs to go, has to go. I might grab the white Sharpie and just blot it out. Maybe. If I do, I will I'll post that on Instagram, and so we can sort of like compare the two. So yeah, would I like to reattempt this one? I definitely. What I've learned from this, I would love to redo this and apply it to it, and just show, you know, what I've learned from doing the first and the second one. And this is what I really have enjoyed about this series, is that every drawing I've done, I've been able to take something away from it and learn from it. I'm not a master. I'm not an artist. I'm not a professional artist. One day I'll get there. Hopefully this time next year we can look at this and do a comparison, and I can, you know, yeah, I've learned a lot and grown. Now moving on to the next series, I still want to practice more Vegetas, so I'm going to do the margin Vegeta. That one's going to be quite a long one, because I want to do the full start to finish of margin Vegeta. So, you know, to the start where, you know, he gets mind controlled. Well, you know, Baba D tries to mind control him, to you know, him taunting Goku / Kakarot at the World Tournaments, and their fight, plus Vegeta's fight with Boo, which is obviously his finale as Majin Vegeta. That's the one I'm going to do next. No, words. Why have I picked that one? Well, if you've seen the series, you'll notice some phenomenal scenes in there, and which I would love to have a crack at myself. So, as I punch the microphone, that's what will be next. And then after that, hopefully, I will be moving on to either some Goku versus Cell, or Piccolo versus Cell / Android 17. They're all going to be done. It's just sort of in which order. I just figured while we're on, while we're still on the Vegeta, we'll carry on with that. So thank you everyone for watching. Really do appreciate your time. If you've made it to the end, thank you so much. Leave a like if you enjoyed it. You know, drop a comment. If you've got any tips or tricks playing with alcohol markers, drop a comment down below and educate me. I will be more than happy to learn more. You take care, stay safe wherever you are, and I will catch you in the next one. Thank you very much. Bye bye for now.